Ladies and gentlemen, this is TVP World. You're watching another edition of Military Mind, bringing you news from the front lines. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee. Overnight, Sunday, Russian forces launched 324 drones and 7 missiles at Ukraine, according to the Ukrainian Air Force. Their main target was a city in the Helminiski region, home to a military airfield. In Kyiv, residents of a multi-story apartment building were injured in the latest attack on a city. According to the most recent reports, 8 people were wounded. 4 were hospitalized and 1 in serious condition. Meanwhile, Poland scrambled aircraft overnight Sunday in response to Russian missile strikes on Ukraine. The operational command of the Polish Armed Forces said Polish and Allied aircraft on duty were launched into the air, while ground-based air defense and radar systems were placed on maximum alert. Officials described the move as a preventive measure to ensure airspace security and protect citizens, especially in areas near the threat zone. In Lithuania, police say local residents spotted an unidentified drone crossing into the country from the direction of Belarus on a weekend. According to local media, eyewitnesses reported spotting the drone flying at about 200 meters, last seen near Vilnius. The Lithuanian defense minister said authorities are investigating the incident, noting that current weather conditions are favorable for the use of weather balloons, often exploited by smugglers. Eyewitness video suggests the drone resembles Russia's Shahed or Geren models used in the invasion of Ukraine. Now on the front lines, Ukrainian forces have liberated a village near the northern border in the Sumy region. The event was confirmed by the Kursk group of Ukrainian troops. Elsewhere, Russian forces recently advanced northeast of Siversk in the Donetsk region, stepping up mechanized assault using company-sized units. According to the US-based Institute for the Study of War, Moscow's troops launched a series of similar attacks in the Siversk sector back in November and December of 2024, though most recently have relied on slow and grinding infantry tactics. Once again, Russian troops are being sent to Ukrainian positions through mud and over the body of those who came before them. Now, they're no longer fighting for an idea or even for land, but following order, advancing in packs of dozens, even hundreds. They storm the tree line, the villages, many dying on the approaches. For Ukrainian forces, the mission is clear: make every push cost more than the Russians are willing to pay. The next footage shows an FPV drone precisely flying into the basement of a 9-story residential building where Russian forces had set up a temporary personnel storage point. That also brought in combat gear, medical equipment. The basement, intended to be a safe shelter for assault troops, turned into a trap. The drone operator skillfully guided the bird through a narrow passage. Just moments later, the basement is destroyed. Amid escalating tensions along the Cambodia-Thailand border, fighting continues without pause even through the night. New footage shows the RM-70 multiple launch rocket system used by the Royal Cambodian Army firing heavily at enemy positions, reportedly on the Thai side. The rocket salvos light up night skies, and explosions briefly illuminate the front lines, which cuts through dense jungle and hilly terrain. More fragments of Russia's war machine now lies rusting on Ukrainian soil. A precise strike by Ukrainian artillery reduced enemy equipment to twisted metal. There's no repairing what's been hit. Ukrainian forces spot their targets and they do not miss. Russian armor cannot withstand the fire. BMPs, tanks, trucks, all of it burns, explodes, and shatters under direct hits. All that remains is a crater, scattered debris, and black smoke raising into the sky. For Russia's military hardware, it's a one-way journey. It will not be repaired nor return to battle. And with that, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. But for more news, update, and commentary, please stay tuned to TVP World.